Hello, how's it going, everybody? Once again, I am Grumm, your host here, Dork Side of the Ring, the purveyor of all things dorky in wrestling, with another wonderful episode 3 here this week. Glad to have you. Thank you again for hanging out with me, choosing to listen to me and my friends talk about some of the dorkier stuff in wrestling. This week we got a good one. We got an interesting match. I think this is the first match that it's not the first match. It's the first match that's really dorky, right? Because like last week we did Sting versus Rick Steiner Falls Count Anywhere match. It's a normal match. It just has a dorky ending. However, this one, from pure concept, start to finish, is a dorky. It is something that is just. It really only can happen in wrestling, and even within wrestling, it doesn't make that much sense. So what we've got ourselves here is the King of the Road match, 1995, between Dustin Rhodes, the natural Dustin Rhodes, and Blacktop Bully. We get into it, myself and Jimjam of the Grapple Guys and Diggy of the CPF, Tyler I Am Discord. Jimjam also a CPF member of the Discord as well. Fun episode. This week, we've got those guys on. We've got ourselves a 5-star review. We'll get to that. That'll be a little break thing. But again, if you guys have not already, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, Dorkside Ring. And if you leave a review in, I believe, just Apple. I think Apple. I don't know. Look, I'm just an Apple guy. I just listen. I'm not a Spotify guy, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Player FM. Anchor. I'm normally an Apple guy. So, what I do know is on Apple, you can go rate 5 stars, leave a review on any podcast. But if you do it on Dork Side of the Ring, if you do it on Dork Side, and you say, hey, blah, 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 great podcast, Grumm's a great host, fantastic chemistry between him and his guests because he picks his friends that he already knows he has great chemistry with because that's what good content is chemistry, good stuff. Then you're going to have a good chance that a 5-star rating with a review gets read on this podcast. So you should do that. Before we get into it, I don't want to make this podcast always about like modern wrestling or, talking about the product, but we just a group of us just got done watching Money in the Bank, and it was a lot of fun. Wrestling is fun, and that's the biggest part about this podcast that I want to get across, is that wrestling is fun when you're not taking it serious. And I think right now a lot of people aren't taking it serious because, I mean that in the sense of like getting it so involved in the inner workings and this person should be the person to win and this person, those things are fun, but ultimately they're not what matters. What matters is the actual action in the ring, what happens, the stories it tells, the work of the workers, male and female, that just are ridiculous, right? And this past, weekend had some really fun wrestling, not just on WWE's side of things, but just in general, because fans are coming back, during the global pandemic. But who's going to stop them, right? It's not like the government's going to stop them. Economy's got to go. Am I right? Anyways, that's a different topic. Wrestling's a lot more fun when you're not taking it super serious, when you're not having these mental, thought pieces on a single result or who should be doing what or why things are this way or why that company is pushing this person or why this person is not getting pushed. Well, it's a lot more fun when you just enjoy it, man. When you can just sheerly enjoy wrestling for what it is, or if you just don't enjoy it, you actually it's still more fun. If you don't enjoy it but you're not taking it seriously, it's a lot more fun than not enjoying it and taking it seriously. So that's why it's always said. That's why I say it. Wrestling is better when you don't take things as serious. So that's what we do here at Dork Side of the Ring. Myself, Jimjam, Diggy, we talk about King of the Road 1995 and basically just riff. This was actually the first recording I had for the Dork Side, and it was Chef Kiss, exactly what I wanted. So I'm very glad you guys get to hear the very first recording that we did. Obviously, you're hearing a third because there were some other ones that I felt were a little bit there. Last week we had, I went with the the NBA-centric one for the NBA Finals. NBA Finals were happening, and I wanted to kind of make it a little time-centric. And then the first one was just the embodiment of it. So this one, that's why and then after that, I think we're pretty much in order. Yeah. Dork Side of the Ring on Twitter and Instagram. I am Grumm, Twitter and Instagram for my individuals. And let's get going here with myself, Jimjam, and Diggy talking about the King of the Road match from Uncensored 1995. This is a WCW production. And oh boy, is it a WCW prediction. Ring the bell. Let's go. I'm joined with two of my close personal friends from the Tyler I Am Discord, the Patreon Discord. I'm here with, we'll go alphabetically first. So we're going to go with Jimjam, Jamothy, Cozy, at CozyDude97 on Twitter.
I love wrestling. We can get into all that stuff. I have my own wrestling podcast with two other close personal friends from a Discord, but we'll get into that at the end of the thing. Right now, I want to talk about whatever Grumm has us watching.
The other guest today, Diggy, my Boston brethren. How's it going, Diggy?
Well, thanks for having me on, Grumm. But just a fan of old school wrestling. Gotten back into some new school wrestling, so excited to see what you got going on for us.
Yeah, it's this is fun. You two know about this idea because it's generated in that Discord of like, hey, everybody's watching Dark Side of the Ring. It's still going on. Season 3 was good, everything. And I was like, you know what? There's a lot of fun, goofy shit that'll make you just like have the same kind of reaction of like, what the fuck? But it's not the same what the fuck. So that was the genesis of the idea. It took a couple months, but here we are. So today, and I asked this question in the chat before we got together, was Jimjam, what do you know about WCW in the year of 1997? Jimjam, how did you respond?
And I responded with, "The fuck did you just say to me?"
It's like
I don't know shit about that.
It's weird, right? Because like I'm used to having these kind of discussions about the dumb shit in wrestling with people who are avid pro wrestling fans or historic pro wrestling fans. Maybe they're falling off nowadays, but they know about this shit. Where it's like now it's reverse. Like Jimjam, me and you praising the tribal chief, our tribal Diggy as well, our tribal chief.
Absolutely.
The head of the table, Roman Reigns. So like we're watching current stuff. No, but like we don't talk about the old stuff. I mean, I do, and you just gotta sit there and go, "Oh, wow, that's wild." Okay,
old man's on his rocking chair again.
I'm sitting down in the rocking chair. I was only 3 years old for this, so I wasn't watching this either. And it's 1995. Not a lot of people were watching it anyways. But in the year 1995,
I was negative 2 years old.
That hurts my soul to even hear that.
Right? So, 1995, WCW looking for ways to shake up their business model and whatnot. They have, pay-per-views every month. They decided, 1995, we're gonna do something. We're gonna do a while. It's the night that WCW lets loose. Uncensored 1995. It's the first ever uncensored event. Now, some newer, Jimjam and Diggy might a little bit know about when WWE did Extreme Rules and every match had a stipulation. Every match was not a normal match, or it had stakes to it. Similar vibes here. Similar vibes. You have a leather strap match between Hogan and Vader. You've got a boxing match between, I believe it was Johnny B. Bad and Arn Anderson. You had a martial arts match with Meng, with Sonny Ono as the yeah, exactly. What he doesn't need. I mean, I guess you can't. Like, I don't understand that logic. Against Jim Duggan. It was against Jim Duggan too. They're like, you guys are two tough guys. Go fight each other. So
imagine seeing the name. Welcome to UFC, the first match, Mang. I'm like, who the fuck is Mang? dog?
Not even that.
Yeah,
95
Meg.
and Uncensored is just
Meg is the
two
name.
extreme things to hear together and just not think something problematic is going to happen.
Right.
No,
And the
you
other,
gotta look up historical events that took place in 1995. Just like, oh boy.
right. So, and this is back. I believe this was in like. Let me check my notes real quick here. This was March 19th, 1995. So it's a little bit before some certain events happened in 1995. But the match we're watching actually kicked off this event. It's the King of the Road match between one natural Dustin Rhodes versus the Blacktop Bully. Now, the rules are simple. To win, you must get to the end of the flatbed truck that is driving down a road. Because that was their idea. Now, cinematic matches are all the rage now. WCW was doing this in 1995, and they went out of business about 6 years later. So we've got about another 6 years of WWE and AEW, I guess. But we're gonna watch it.
Love to see it.
Yeah. Right. So this match is about 15 minutes long. I'm not gonna spoil it. The rest of it. We're gonna be watching this. We're gonna queue up. We might have some. I'm not entirely sure about the format if I want to include, but we will be recording our reactions and whatnot. So we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna hit play here, and we're going to have ourselves a nice, hearty laugh at Dustin Rhodes, the American Dream's little baby boy, going up against the Blacktop Bully, baby. He's the bully on the Blacktop, and he's on the road, so he's got the home field advantage, baby. Ooh, what's my baby boy going to do? What's Dustin going to do? Is he going to overcome the odds, baby? Did I book this shit? I don't know. I don't think I did. All right, here we go. Can hit play. Hey, baby, it's just Dusty Rhodes. It's good to see you. Welcome back to the Dork side of the ring. That's what they're calling this thing, baby. Dork side of the ring. Look here, Dusty Rhodes here, the American Dream. I've got a little bit of a what's them called 5-star reviews, baby. Let me tell you something. They got the right guy for this one. Dusty Rhodes here with a review from old Pages Groovy. Shout out to you, Pages Groovy. I like that name. You groovy, baby. You groovy. See, I like that name. Name like Groovy. Yeah. See, stop. Hey. Stop wagging your finger at me, Grumm. I'm Dusty Rhodes. I do what the fuck I want. Anyways, I'll read the goddamn thing. All right. Look here, I got myself. It's been hard times, baby, but on the dark side of the ring, we got them good times, baby. Nothing but good times here. They put hard times on Dusty Rhodes, but then Grumm came in here and dropped the bionic elbow on the fun times, baby. Let's do the review. Super chill. It's from Pages Groovy. 5-star. Thank you so much, Pages Groovy. Super chill and fun podcast to throw on, even for people who aren't fans of wrestling. Why aren't you a fan of wrestling? What wrestling never do to you? You don't gonna be a goddamn, baby, you ain't gonna be no wrestling fan. You gotta be a wrestling fan. You don't gotta be one for dorks, so that's fine. It's good. Like, you get to hear stories from fun banter, great stories about things that happen in the wrestling world. That's right. Highly recommended. T. Grumm is one of the funniest guys ever. And then there's that little emojis with a smiling and then a thumbs up. I don't know anything about that. Dusty Rhodes don't know about nothing about an emoji, but I do know it's Pages Groovy. Thank you for that 5-star review, baby. Baby, let me tell you something. I'm a 5-star man myself. I have been whining and dining with kings and queens. I've been homeless eating pork and beans, baby. Thank you so much for leaving that review. Old Dusty Rhodes is happy about that, and I'm happy that you came here to listen to Dorkside. You want your review to be read to you by Dusty Rhodes or that punk ass macho man. You do yourself a favor. You go to the Apple store and you find Dork Side of the Ring. Dork Side of the Ring podcast, baby. You write yourself a 5-star review of your own. Leave it there. Submit it, baby. Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, baby. I'll read that thing for you. Don't you worry. Or that punk ass macho man. Anyway, back to the show. I'm getting the finger to wrap it up. Wrapping it up is what I'm going to do, baby. The American Dream. So we just wrapped up watching it. Blacktop Bully goes over, pulls the horn down, all that. So the first thing, I want to go off of what you said, Jimjam, was like, I'll watch a couple more of these. Like, it's a
I-
theory. It's a
the
concept
match
that's
is
okay.
chaotic to say the least, but I'd keep watching. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know why. Like I can't explain to you why, but the concept of two people fist fighting in the back of a truck like a 16-wheeler, just for the fuck of it, for the love of the game.
Right? Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Diggy, what about you? You watching King of the Road 2?
I'm definitely watching King of the Road 2. And I know that Tony Khan's going to remake this match because that's the most Tony Khan thing to do. And Darby Allin's going to die. That's what's going to happen.
That's gonna be the special
Like-
match of the upcoming AEW pay-per-view. Like it's just gonna be like, listen, we have one more match to finish the night. All right, what is it? King of the Road match. I'm just running to the TV.
Yeah, like you're immediately slapping. You're slapping the credit card on the table, going, hey, here, take it.
Take it.
Like,
How much? Don't care.
Yeah.
What do you want me to
Take
do with
whatever
this?
you need.
charge, open
I
charge.
need
It's a
every
tab, all right?
angle of this match, even though the two people in this ring. You're asking a lot of questions right now, big boy. I don't need that.
So we talked about it a little bit during the thing, but this match resulted in multiple people being fired for what they did was breaking company policy. Apparently, so in the match, they intentionally cut themselves or blade so that they can bleed and get have blood during what should be a brutal kind of match. I mean, shit, they're throwing hay barrels and choking each other out with ropes and throwing water buckets and like pig feeding buckets at each other and trowels at each other, and like it's you gotta kind of have blood there, but you don't want to unintentionally get it and have to like, all right, I'm gonna take this pig trout to the face to hopefully get some blood. So they get fired for it. But the thing is, this was pre-recorded. Like, they could have gone, hey guys, we got to do this. Hey, can you just not bleed? Like, we can't have any blood in this. Like, just tell them ahead of time, like, we can't have any blood in this. And they left it in.
Truck gas is in 1995. I don't either, but I'm pretty sure it was
My favorite part of the job is that you can get fired for bleeding and blading in the match, but if you had fallen off the truck and became roadkill, that's fine. We're okay with that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, what would have happened if one of them had, like, fallen off of the side? Because there was that spot where they're hanging on the side, like, doing the whole, like, oh, he might fall. But, like, what if he legitimately falls? He hits a pothole. Like, it's a country road. There were some country roads there. It wasn't all blacktop there for the bully. Like, he gets one bad bump. Diggy said that the driver sneezes, and it's done. He falls off. He's done. Like,
I can tell you
there's no Vince. This ain't Fast and Furious. You're not hanging on by a wire.
Tell you what would have happened. Next WCW, a nice 10-ring salute, 10-bell ring salute, and then we move on.
And then 20 years down the line, it's on dark side of the ring and not dork side of the ring.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
Exactly.
This man died.
O changes it to an A.
Yeah. So, I was sitting here and like, you have Dustin Rhodes, who, for context, 1995, like, it's an interesting time in wrestling because everybody's trying to figure out how to make money because nobody's buying tickets anymore. So as a promoter or a booker, you're like, well, we got to do something that draws in people. Let's have a match on a fucking truck. And the idea worked in a sense because the two of you are like, I'd watch another one of those. But like in real time, I don't know if I would have been like, yeah, give me more of that. Like,
listen, it was probably terrible then, but times have changed, and my brain is so warped that the concept of two people fighting on the back of a truck, yeah, give me a lot of that. I love the stipulation. That's not even the thing I love the most. Like that the scenery was great. I love that it wasn't even like to a pin, because that wouldn't, you could have that in the middle of a ring. I like the fact that it was like someone's got to honk this horn.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want. Like,
Like, it's a truck.
Yeah.
Of course you honk the horn.
yeah. Make
What,
it
do
go,
I do it
like.
Do I like have to rush to the cab? Like, no. It's gonna be on top of like a pole or some kind.
I always just love
Right?
hanging things from poles in any type of match. I don't know why.
Right. It's
The wrestling companies love that shit. I never understood
why. Trust me. The list is deep on blank on a pole or blank being hung by like a ladder match for something like this. It's especially WCW, man. They loved putting things on poles, people on fucking forklifts. Yes, yeah. Like I said I don't know if I would watch it again. But then again, I'm all for more cinematic. Like I wanted another Boneyard match at some point. I want another Firefly Funhouse match at some point. Money in the Bank at the WWE offices resulted in not one but two people being thrown off a building, and like
it did.
Fuck
what
it,
a
man.
great
Like,
time.
Yeah,
we'd be
murder.
watching legitimate live murder and be like, yeah,
yeah, all right, cool. It's part of the show. No, the Blacktop Bully is now Speed Pump Bully.
Fucking roof.
The Fiend got burned alive.
Yeah.
Burned
No, what a
alive.
time.
That was elite. Dude.
What a time.
It was like, this is great
Right?
content.
Like, and that's why I'm like, now I'm sitting here and I was like, yeah, no, like I'd 100% watch every King of the Road match from here on out because there might be the possibility of somebody, because you also they would do the bit where they would do the shot where like they're driving and the guy falls and he gets run over and they like make the camera look like it just fucking hit, like ran him over. Yeah, I'm all in. I'm all in on future future King of the Roads. But the like, I can't.
So
I can't
many ideas.
So right, like I'm sitting here trying to come up with more spots, like a tag team Kings of the Road.
Oh,
Ooh.
boy, I got one. So, you know, it'd be great. This one would only be fun in 1995 because nowadays, it wouldn't be fun because we would be like, oh, what a botch. But back in 1995, this would just be hilarious. So, imagine it's supposed to be like a surprise, like a surprise return of some kind. Let's say the Fiend is around in 1995. First off, he's cleaning up. Second of all, he makes a surprise return, right? And they go into a dark tunnel, they go into like a long tunnel, and it comes out, and the Fiend just has Randy Orton in like a headlock of hell, just out of nowhere. But like when they come out, Randy Orton was fighting someone else, so they go into the ring. It's Randy Orton versus whoever. They come out, it's Randy Orton versus the Fiend out of nowhere, and the other person is nowhere to be found. I don't know how they pull that off in 1995, but I would love to see that. But I'm saying the botch part would be you'd clearly see the Fiend like hanging around in like the bales of hay, like they do like a suplex near the hay, and then you can like that's the Fiend's like close. You can clearly tell that he's there. That'd be so funny. But oh my God, Body would ruin it. They'd be like, "Oh, what a botch! You can clearly see Fiend." Oh, whatever, man. Shut up.
right.
I need the Street Profits in one of these matches, and I need Montrez to go off the top of the cage somehow from a splash safely. I don't know how they can do it safely, but I need it to happen.
Can you the way physics work? I'd be afraid of, and the way how much height he gets on every one of his frog splashes, I'd be afraid that unless he was doing it from the cab, from the top of the cab, he would not land inside the flatbed truck. That man gets incredible height. Like, the idea of, like, just any athletic guy trying, like, this has to be, like, man, like Otis and Chad Gable in here just suplexing and throwing dudes on a fucking flatbed. That's the other, you can't really throw people.
Imagine Grumm's favorite Ricochet in one of these matches, and we're just having a ball, just loving every second of it.
No comment,
you just have
because
a
my
smile
comment
on your face, Grumm.
Oh yeah, but I was thinking of it. I had a particular spot in mind, and it's not.
I know you
Ricochet
just. Yeah,
listen.
I know the spot. It's just Ricochet being happy and healthy, Of course. I just know. If your camera was on right now, you'd
not on Earth.
Ear for ear.
Not on Earth. He's happy and healthy somewhere else. Don't know. I don't. Not on Earth.
Not on Earth, you sick
Not on.
bitch.
Spiritually, he'll be healthy and smiling. That's sure. Yeah. Physically, I wouldn't be able to tell between him and an opossum. I'll be happy. No, I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far. Not yet. Not yet.
Shirai comes out of nowhere, just starts whooping his ass in the ring.
Dude, and that's the other thing, right?
And I'm just in heaven, like yeah.
Dude, can you imagine like a guy like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn who are destined to fight forever and until one of them dies in a ring, literally going, all right, guys, this is it. This is the final match. One of you have to die. King of the Road 2022.
Kevin Owens just nods like the Cam Newton gif. Just walks right on that truck.
Yeah. And then we get a surprise appearance by Roman Reigns driving a bigger truck through the flatbed.
Like, I'm the head of this road, and then he just
oh my god, it's such a
man.
It's such a bad and cinematic matches like these it's not just recent. Like there was the there was like the Wyatt compound match between Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton where like they were at the compound and then winner was whoever got back to the arena and got to the center of the ring. And like Bray Wyatt got a fucking Uber from the compound to the ring and basically somehow still lost. Like these kind of silly ideas have happened for a while, but like I don't know, man. This is the idea of you're going to have a legitimate wrestling match to solve an issue of some kind, and you're going to have it on a road, on a flatbed, covered in hay for cushion reasons, but also hay bales that you just use as weapons. Like I'm thinking about it, I'm getting itchy. I'm getting itchy about it. Like,
part about it was they weren't even using only hay bales. Like, you wish hay bales were the only thing in there. They were throwing like canisters at each other, like different packaging items at each other. One of them just had like a box, just a box.
There wasn't like a trident just on that truck, just waiting.
Right.
Oh, man.
Like, what do you? I just want to know what King of the Road 2 looked like. Like, you know that they'd be like, all right, cool. Like, these were kind of cool spots. What happened? What worked last time? Hey, what if you actually like? What if we fought on the side of it? Right? Like, it's like a steel cage, but like, you know, you just fight on the side of a road.
Like, we're going 50 miles per hour on the roadster. You'll die if you do
that. That truck was moving.
So, sir, you mean like there's another platform outside of the cage for me to fight, for us two to fight? That's a little risky, but I'll do it. No. Like, I mean, like, you know, like how like normal steel cages have like the crawling places, and you just punch each other on there. Sir, you're gonna have to, and with all due respect, because you are my boss, you have 3 seconds to get the fuck out of my face with this. Hell no.
And like the thing for me, like where they would have gone next, like whenever I watch that, knowing that Dustin Rhodes and the other guys got fired. Anybody involved with that match that wasn't a camera guy got fired. The Blacktop Bully, Dustin Rhodes, the road agent got fired. And they all get fired. Dustin Rhodes goes to WWE, becomes Goldust. We were talking a little bit about that. Like, you know, he's like, oh, you're androgynous, pal. Oh, God, you're androgynous. You're Goldust. Yeah. I was like, sir, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, yeah, I gotta go Google that. Or not Google. I gotta go get a fucking dictionary and find what the word androgynous means. You know, Dustin Rhodes did not have a fucking Webster dictionary in his fucking house.
Dustin, he had to go to the library because Vince McMahon read a word once.
Bro, I'd be so hot. Like, hey, hello, sir. What are you? Are you Dustin Rhodes? What are you doing here, man? I have to look up the word androgynous because my new boss just told me I'm supposed to be androgynous. What the hell does that mean? And the dude just looks at him, bro. This is the South. I don't know what that means. Like,
right, and then ends up becoming a controversial character for the next 18 months of just he's booed because he's gay. It's like, well, he's androgynous, pal. He's not gay. He's androgynous. Like, so tone deaf of them. Like, just be like, that's the word. That's what it is. Yeah,
and this was 1995.
Yeah.
Those words were literally meant the same thing. To this,
some
people, they think the same thing. They don't.
Yeah.
But
it's and I wanted to know. If I could, I would be like, all right, hey, what was the plan after this? What was your plan to get this back in the ring? Do you get this? Do you get those two back in the ring? Like, do you go, all right, Blacktop Bully, we played by your rules. Now we're playing by my rules. A Texas bull rope match. Like,
yeah, I don't know where you go from that. Like, how do you up that one? There's not much you can do. You have to fight on the edge of a helicopter. Go.
King of the skies.
Hey, yo, best of 3 land, sea, air match. Yo, let's crack it. Let's fucking go. Oh, hell yeah.
Ricochet getting real mad there's going to be a King of the Sky named, and it ain't going to be him.
Nah.
Like, all right, Ricochet. Like, you want...
We get Ricochet and that other flippy dude from
Will
New
Ospreay.
Japan. Yeah, and we get those two in the air, and whoever... One of them has to outflip each other in like a jumbo jet by the time it lands. And when it lands, Grumm beats the shit out of the winner.
Well, for the record, I do enjoy the athletic. It's the no reason to be athleticism. Like, cool, you did 17 flips. 6 would have been fine, my guy. 6 would have been totally all right.
Just Ospreay stands
just as
up.
Soon as
I am the king of the sky. Then you just see this orange blur of a man just tackle him. There was no more. Just punches everywhere.
Right. And like
tragedy struck after the WWE pay-per-view ended as.
Like I ever see WWE blur anything out. That man's really dead.
Right? So with the King of the Road, I want to, because I keep it's one of those things where I got no format for this shit. So for me, I'm just all right, we're just gonna riff on it, and I'm like, man, this is becoming the hate hour for Ricochet, which I'm fine with, but at the same time, how would Ricochet do on a King of the Road, right? You basically go, hey, Ricochet, you can't do no jumps. They didn't really. I feel like they did, but at the same time, didn't think about the kind of wrestling you could do on the back of a flatbed truck. They just said, you guys are 2 good workers. Figure it the fuck out.
I think they did make the right choice because they chose 2 people who clearly aren't going to be doing a lot of high flying. Because with Ricochet's athleticism, Montrez, Ford, Ospreay, they would all die off of 1 starship press or whatever the fuck it's called. I can't remember the name of it. But they would absolutely hop from the cab. They could be where the fucking engine is on the hood for all I care. They're gonna jump up and then be in the air for so long that the whole truck's gonna pass underneath them and they just go splat. So I think they made that right choice. Personally, I'd like to see. I don't know. I need more caliber. I need versus Brock Lesnar. Just can we actually put a hole in this car? That's my danger type of shit I'm looking for. Yeah, when the ring breaks. Imagine that.
Ooh. He just suplexes him straight through the bed of the truck.
Yeah. Everyone else is concerned for their safety. Meanwhile, I have the most sadistic grin on my face of yes, I won. Yes.
I'm just picturing Ricochet trying to do some crazy shit off the bed of the truck. And what happened to Ricochet? Strong gust of wind took him. Nothing we could do.
Nothing we could do about it.
He just gets grabbed by the wind. Yeah, but I'm now thinking about it. It's Suplex City, the highway to Suplex City. I'm now envisioning the promotion for it. The road to Suplex City is the tagline for this match between the two guys contenders going towards like the winner faces Brock Lesnar, but you have to beat the other one in a King of the Road match.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
But no, and you can't do technical guys either. Like, imagine like you got enough room to like imagine Daniel Bryan trying to throw the yes lock on somebody. Or like Zack Sabre Jr. trying to do any of his fucking World of Sport type shit on somebody.
Tell you something right now. If I find out Daniel Bryan is involved in any of these matches, I'm not watching them.
Force himself into a triple threat match.
El Braz, I hope you never hear this. I'm sorry. I'm not watching that. All right. He's going to have them in one of them goddamn eco trucks. Its top speed is 35 miles per hour. It's going to piss me off to high hell, as I could easily jog right next to that damn thing. And I'll be pissed. I'll just be so mad.
Braz is at home just punching the air right now.
How dare you? You said something that made me think of something that makes me even more upset right now, which is Elon Musk gets in on like a King of the Road match, right? Like he ends up trying to sell the Cybertruck as hauling a flatbed. the King of the Road match 2023, sponsored by Tesla.
That Halo 1 era Mongoose is going to go rampant, dog. What a match.
Like, he 100% gets it.
I didn't come up with that joke, but that's so funny. We can take a slight tangent.
Like, well, absolutely. The Cybertruck is so ugly. Like, how do you design that and go, that's the design?
There's no way you look at that truck's final design and it's like, this is the truck of the future. What future, man? I don't like this. Like,
I refuse to believe he's that smart by the look of that design.
Oh,
absolutely disgusting.
Honest,
like, what was your inspiration?
He was smart.
What was your inspiration? Need for Speed 2 on the PS1. Like those polygons. That's okay. I see it. I definitely see it. I don't think I would have done it, but I see it.
What's your inspiration?
Make it look like it wasn't in HD in real life.
Exactly. I wanted to 140p this. What was your inspiration for the Cybertruck? One time I was cooked with me and my friends, and we spent a good 18 hours in front, like on the main menu of Super Mario 64, just fucking around with his face. You know, like we were just hitting A and then moving his nose all around. That's where I got that inspiration from. Thank you.
Have you ever heard of Play-Doh? That's where I got the inspiration for this from.
You ever eaten Play-Doh? Elon Musk, this isn't what we're talking about. I mean, it will circle back around.
Jeez, man, what the?
You ever eaten Play-Doh?
Now I'm trying to sit here and like that means if the King of the Road match got sponsored by Tesla, that means like Elon Musk would have to do promotional stuff leading up to it and going like on WWE television or any wrestling television, and that is not worth it. I don't think that's worth it. It might be worth it, but I don't think so.
Just picture Elon Musk trying to cut a promo to promote this, and it's just being awful. Tony Khan-esque level bad promo.
Jeez. Hey, can you please like? Oh. All right, what? Is that a SWAT cat car?
No, it's the Elon Musk Cybertruck. I got this for like a Christmas, like when I was like 10 or something, and it's always stuck with me. I guess for this joke, I would have never seen this coming.
For this joke.
Which one of your aunts don't like you?
Yeah. It used to have a helicopter on the top, and then you could like pop it up and spin it away. Then I lost it almost immediately because I was a piece of shit kid.
Whom amongst us? Oh my God! The merchandising for the King of the Road matches. You hook up with like Hot Wheels or Mattel. Hey, now we're cooking, right? Now
the event poster would be incredible.
Oh, fire around the.
Limited
Oh my
edition
God,
Dustin Rhodes cars and like Blacktop Billy Bob fucking cars. It'd be incredible. Like you couldn't lose with this.
Blacktop Billy Bob.
Give me 5 months. I swear to God, I'll give you the greatest promotion run you've ever seen for a match that may or may not get someone killed. All of this merchandise will make you feel shitty for owning when you realize one of these people are now dead. But you will love those 5 months of merchandise. I guarantee it. Oh my God.
Dude,
Mountain Dew would pay billions of dollars to get behind this.
Right? All right. Okay.
God,
Diggy, go back to when you were a kid. All right. It's Christmas Day. Mm-hmm. There's two things you want. It's not the year is 1996.
Easy.
What? Here's 1996. Here's 1996. You're hoping. You're going. Nikola Tesla was just born. What are you talking about? So just little.
Oh God! I hope I get a number 2 pencil.
I say, fuck you, respectfully, Jimjam.
so I'm trying to. I can't. All right. So it's Christmas. You're sitting there. You're at the tree. You're going. I want one of two things. You either want a Sony PlayStation, or you want from the WWE and Mattel mashup, King of the Road, featuring Diesel and King Mabel.
Ooh. King Mabel doing the crush on the side of the cage.
Like that, that you have to. Can you imagine? And the truck, right? The truck has the same like solid steel blue like cage that they had back then, because they had to save money on production. Mm-hmm. Like, tell me you're not getting excited about that. Just think about that, Diggy.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking the booking right now. Diesel wins. Diesel wins, and they just cut to the end of the truck. Who's driving the truck? It's Sid Vicious. He gets out. That's your next booking. He beats the shit out of Diesel. That's your next patch. That's your next match.
Jeez, we're just out here giving free game to 1996 WWE.
Mm-hmm. No, I need a time traveling device right now, and I promise you, WCW wins the Attitude Era run strictly off of like King of the Ring, like King of the Road runs only. All right, everyone's just like, oh my God, they're gonna do this again. Like, I will
figure out a
Jim,
hole in the around it.
Jim.
I'm telling you this right now. I put a hole in the ozone layer so fucking incredible because of how many adventures I'd run. I would be unstoppable.
WCW really dropped the ball not forming a whole pay-per-view around this, to be honest with you. You could have multiple phases of these matches, the pit stop brawl, just beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, right.
Like, this would be fantastic.
It's literally a touring event.
As a destination match. Oh my God.
Yeah, you're going from
destination match right there. It's like an Iron Man match, but we start at the building, like we start at the where the pay per view is headed, and it's the last match of the night, which it's an Iron Man match, so it kind of makes sense. How great would it be if it was a destination map that led to where the next showing of WCW Nitro, I think it is aired. Like, that's a perfect way to just be like, and that's where tomorrow we find out who won this match or some shit. Like, I think that'd be incredible. Mm-hmm. It's a great way to cross-promote in the weirdest way.
Now, would you force the wrestlers to wrestle through the night? Are you on some Vince McMahon shit?
1,000%. I'd be worse than Vince McMahon in every single way possible. Are we?
That's a tough bar to clear. That's a tough bar to clear.
I like a Montez Ford. Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
He has so much. He covered a lot of evil right there. I can't believe this.
Oh my God! Wow, fantastic by you. Fantastic.
Oh,
I'm trying to think. Right?
Was that the end of it?
End of what?
A great pick.
What a pick of the
I thought
match.
Yeah. Oh no, we're still going. I closed out on that end just because it was.
okay.
Yeah. There's no. It was all good, but we're still good. We're still going. So with what
doubling down on modern day matches. That's how I would clear the bar.
Like
men and women are definitely fighting draws.
I was gonna say, do you
think?
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay.
Anyone you have in your head that like you wouldn't do it to them, I would absolutely do it to them.
Roman,
great way to break their pride. Oh, dude, are you kidding me? That's main event. All right, main event WrestleMania right, 6 times. Because he's fighting. I don't know who's another. Like I just.
Him and Drew McIntyre
drop a poll. Like who?
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, and I'd be like, this is for the ladies only. Who do you want Roman to fight if he was only in his draws? And then it's just everyone says Drew McIntyre. All right, I did 30 minutes on WrestleMania of Drew and Roman. Like, yeah, no, I tell them to leave their pants at home. They don't need it. All right, I'm gonna have the greatest. My pay-per-view is gonna do the greatest numbers that anyone has ever seen in one night. Like, it would be nuts.
Like that brings up a good point.
Like you read about.
So they put Barry Darsow as the Blacktop bully, and Dustin Rhodes, who at this point was looking a little more dusty than Dustin. He's looking a little thick, which we don't judge here. In fact, right here, I've got a little belly on myself. But like the idea that like people like they were stopped at an intersection for a good 2 minutes, right? Could you imagine the people going, wait a second? Oh my God, that's Roman Reigns! Like, holy shit! Or Jason Momoa, one of the two. Like, they'll confuse the two of them. Like, holy shit! They're filming something. Like nowadays, people be like, "Oh, I gotta go there. I gotta go." Like they went by a trailer park.
They wouldn't be able to do it.
Would be incredible.
Oh yeah,
the Twitter videos
they'd have to do it live.
Driving by with their own commentary of the match would be great.
Oh my God.
Just getting clear out.
Depending on where they do these matches. Oh
yeah,
God.
Like so that brings up a good point.
Places like LA traffic,
yeah.
they can't go above 5 miles per hour. Like,
I was gonna say. What place do you go to?
You can't get back to the arena.
Mm-hmm. What place? Where? Okay, so you said L.A. L.A. is a pretty terrible place to do this. Like most metropolitan areas are probably god awful for this. The simple fact of it's a lot of idling. Terrible. I mean, this worst for the match for the Ozone ever created. Like you cannot. I'm not seeing anything worse than that. But
that's got to be it.
Like, man, like is Alaska's got to be bad. Could you imagine having to wrestle in Alaska in general, but then like a King of the Road match, you're going through. All right, bam, Jimjam, I got it. King of the Iditarod match. It's a ring being dragged by like the dogs. It's the dog race, but they're dragging a ring. The entire. Yeah. So now we're wrestling.
Oh my God.
In a smaller ring.
Listen. Ida would be on my ass for the rest of my life. I would treat the dogs as fair as I could, but they'd still be in the right. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I'd be doing anything cruel, but I would definitely be having them push this unnecessarily big sled for a good 40 minutes. I think that would count towards animal cruelty, and I'd be like, listen, my hands are tied. I don't know what you want from me. You want me to stop this match? I will not. So pick another angle.
Another thing about the King of the Road match, that was much longer than I ever anticipated it to be. I'm like, oh, they're on the road. Like, how long can they really keep this going? No, it's like a 17-minute match.
Yeah,
it was like a normal sized match.
Mm-hmm.
They filmed roughly 25 minutes. Apparently, it was a 25-minute match that they were like, no, that's too much time. You got to cut this down. So they basically cut the first like half of the like gone. They were like, yeah, no. That's why when they start. It's hilarious how they start. We even talk about the fucking ridiculousness of that. They start the pay-per-view, and without warning, it just comes up behind them, and they're like, well, as you can see, as it's being brought up, the King of the Road match is well under their way between Dustin Rhodes and Blacktop Bully. Let's go, live now to where to the match, and it's like no fanfare, no no seeing them enter there's no entrance music. There's nothing. Can you imagine being a person at the crowd? You're just chilling. You're like, yeah, this show's gonna get started soon. Can't wait. It's 8:00. Like, should be starting any moment now. And all of a sudden, you just see that. You're like, oh, I guess it's starting. Okay, yeah, cool.
It just cuts to the big screen. It's like, oh wait, I'm watching. Beginning of the day. Yeah, that's wild. And that's one of the first matches. It's like, we're not gonna just warm anyone up in the actual ring that people are here to see.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're gonna watch this 15-minute match real quick on this big screen with helicopters and trucks.
Yeah, so they did have preliminary matches beforehand that were shown on and Jimjam. Get ready for this. Not every wrestling event had a kickoff show or a buy-in. You had to, you had to watch the
real
show
wrestling
before.
Hours, I see. I'll just
real.
log off. I'll just see myself.
But no, so before Sunday Night Heat was a real thing. Most wrestling events would put on their preliminary matches on this free purview. It's the same channel. They would show it half an hour before the event and be like, hey, here's the things we're doing. Also, here's this free wrestling match. Ooh, would you like to call your cable provider and let them know that you would want this pay-per-view now? And it's they had matches, but just you didn't come there for those matches. You came there for the King of the Road match. And maybe Hogan Vader, maybe, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if you even still have that audio because this is such a from
I'll
plug
it in right here.
When you did the Dork side of the ring from before, your demo tape basically. I said it there and I'll say it again. This would have been the last match I saw of that night, and I mean that in the best way possible because I don't want to see anything else. I got what I paid for. I watched Dustin and a man I can't even remember the name of. I've never heard of him before. Fight Blacktop Bob or whatever the fuck his name is. I watched those
Blacktop Bully.
Even better. I know it's a B something. And I watched that match again before I watched Hulk versus Vader. I got respect for Vader. And I still wouldn't watch that match.
Okay. All right, but what about
not wrestling on a freeway? So.
All right.
Hey, wrestling
what
on
about
the 405 though.
Okay, so the Blacktop Bully. All right, so you're not staying for Meng versus Jim Duggan in an MMA fight. Sorry, martial arts match.
I like to take that back. I would stay for Meng. I'm not even staying for the other person in the match. I'm a huge, for someone I've just heard about for the first time, I'm a huge Meng man. All right, put it on the board.
Meng is Haku. You know who Haku is, right? Do you not know? Do you not know? I'm throwing names at. No, that's a haiku, not Haku. Haku is the. Haku is notoriously the baddest dude to ever enter wrestling. There are fable stories of how people would try him at a bar and he'd lift them up by their nose. This is a man that was not tried at all.
Haku, what's up? It's this is any of that stuff. I have a script in front of me that told me to say those things. Personally, I think you're a great person.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of your work. I've seen every single one of your matches. You're a great guy, especially what you were doing at 95. Great guy.
Yeah, no, he's a bad dude.
I have nothing but love for you. Please don't touch me or my family. I'm begging you.
So, in case you didn't know, Jimjam is the number one person of your fan club.
He's a big Meng. He even said it. He's a Meng.
I'm a huge Meng man, even bigger Haku man. And if you want, I will write you a haiku about.
There you go. I just love. You've never heard of Haku? The poem? Yeah, I've heard of them. Those are haikus. Even worse, I don't. Then yeah, no, I know. No, I don't. I don't know shit. Okay,
Oh,
so there's at least one other match on there. You're not staying for Johnny B. Bad against Arn Anderson in a boxing match. Johnny B. Bad, aka Marvelous Mark Merrow, a Golden Gloves New York boxer.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to watch Iron catch those hands.
Diggy got a couple more time in him. By the time I hear the sound of that match, I'm like, look at the time.
Okay,
My
hold on. There's
favorite
more on this.
wrestler
There's more.
I don't know why I need to be here anymore. All right.
You got
Iron lace up those gloves. I see Marvelous on the other side. I'm like, oh, we're staying for this one.
Yeah, Jimjam standing up. Diggy's, no. Sit back down, bud. No, I need to see Arn Anderson
That's how it goes.
box.
All three of us.
I need to see old Martin Lundy.
And I'm just like, Mang just got done. Then he looks me in the eyes and he tells me to leave. And I'm like, well, that was my cue, guys. See you later.
So,
you guys enjoy the rest of the match. Like,
yeah. I don't know if you know
the next couple matches.
Entourage.
I'm one of Meng's men. All right, like
Mang
right-hand man.
right? Is it?
That's my Meng man.
God,
all right.
I become his Jay. That'd be fucked.
You're not staying for Randy Savage against Avalanche?
I'm always gonna stay for anything Randy Savage related. All right?
There you go. Okay. All right. Big Bubba Rogers versus Sting. You're not staying for that?
Was there a stipulation in the
For
match? Or
anything
we had a
that
regular
involves-
match?
Nope.
man.
It's a regular ass match. Regular ass match between Sting and Big Bubba Rogers.
Is it a
I'm out
swamp
on that
match?
one.
Why the hell is his name Big Bubba Rogers?
That's Big Bubba Rogers. It was the Big Boss Man.
I
But
did not
Big
know
Bubba
that.
Rogers was not a corrections thing. So yeah.
I'm saying for a man
okay.
that went from Big Bubba to Boss Man.
He got a promotion.
Yeah,
Damn it.
I'm gonna stay to heckle him. That's about it.
My skin color won't allow me to root for a Southern return. I'm sorry. Won't allow me. I have
That's
to,
fair. Yeah, no,
to pull,
I'm not rooting for
I
him
have to
either.
pull Mr. Mang's car around. So if you'll excuse me, I have to go.
All right. So this okay. So you already said you're not here for you're not here for Hogan or Vader. You're not staying for that. Here's what'll get you to stay though. I guarantee it. Nasty Boys versus Harlem Heat in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm staying. I gotta tell man.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. 5 minutes, please.
Like you're in luck. It's an 8-minute match, so you should be able to see most of it. This is, I believe, that's the famous.
What?
Like this.
Yeah,
it's
dog. WCW stinks, and this is why. You got a lot of fucking nerve, WCW of 1995.
Not
2
gonna lie,
years
this
before I was born. You got a lot of fucking nerve.
I'm not gonna lie. This is 8 minutes of Harlem Heat just mopping up the Nasty Boys. I am not here.
Oh
for
no,
it.
no, it's not. It's the two of them. It's just them no selling shit to the point where Dusty Rhodes is on commentary, I believe, and Dusty Rhodes is screaming about the plunder. He's like, "We got the plunder, baby! Oh, he's like Jerry Sags is putting Stevie Ray through a table. Oh, he's plundering him. Oh, this is the wildest shit I've ever seen." He's just going crazy. If it's not this, it's like later in the year where he's just out of his fucking mind about this, about like the Nasty Boys tag team, like Falls Count Anywhere shit. But yeah, no, it's 8 minutes 43 seconds.
Falls Count Anywhere match, 8 minutes, man.
I mean, I mean,
Minutes
look,
of a Falls Count Everywhere match. That's like, oh man, I'm mad as
well, they gave. Here's the reason. Look, Arn Anderson went 4 rounds with Golden Gloves boxer Johnny B. Bad.
wasting my
angrier than
fucking
anything
time.
Look, Mang and Jim Duggan went for 7 minutes in a martial arts match.
Iron's reach got to be like 42 inches. Like, there's no chance.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm like, man, we should just rewatch. We should just go. Like, you know what? Like, I'm putting a hat in this. We're gonna come back and we're going to watch Mang versus Jim Duggan, Johnny B. Bad versus Arn Anderson, and the Nasty Boys versus Harmon Heat. The three of us. We're going to watch those events, and I'm going to watch them out of order because we're going to do Meng last, so that you're just like, just give me the goddamn Meng match, Grumm. Give me it. And I'm like, no, respectfully, no.
Listen, Grumm. Meng's outside of my door right now. If we don't watch this match, you're gonna kill me. And then out of nowhere, you see me get real quiet as two fingers reach around my face like this.
Dude, like legit, like Arn Anderson, Arn Anderson will sit there and tell the story about how Meng is the baddest motherfucker he's ever come across, and he's come across some bad people. He's just like, I've seen, people very drunk and half of his size try him, and he picks them up by their nose. Just puts both his fingers in their nostrils and picks them up and brings them up to his eye level and goes, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And then put them back down, and they really quick reassess what they wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what happens when you fuck with future president of the universe, Meng.
He's got two. Does Tama Tonga ring a bell to you?
Yes.
Jimjam? Right. Okay. Diggy. That's his dad.
Ooh, so he's
the gorillas.
a big boy.
The gorillas of destiny are the children of Haku. And there's another. Hold on. There's another one. There's another kid in New Japan Pro Wrestling that is also related to them. I believe it's actually another Haku kid. It's a Hiku Leo. Like.
Entire Haku family, I really want you guys to understand that I mean no ill will.
Sign that will, man.
Said anything negative about it?
Yeah, I'm reading quotes
again,
about
please.
Meng right now.
Okay.
And yeah, no, Rick
read him up.
I heard Diggy and Grumm said that you were a piece of shit, but not me. I said on the other hand, I have nothing but respect for you.
I have documented audio of the last.
I'm getting my ass whooped. Y'all are next.
Not mean to. I'm out here chilling. All right, Diggy, read us off a quote. What do you got?
Ric Flair said he's the toughest son of a bitch I've ever met in my whole life. No lie, take my word for it. If he had gotten into the MMA, he would have done everything.
Like, there is Haku, like, if you could take Prime Haku and Prime Brock Lesnar, that fight is going on forever. Yeah, no, that's Haku. That's right. The most feared man in wrestling. He walked around.
Man. Yeah, I don't want that smoke at all, man.
Jimjam. Google Haku in 2000 and realize this man was walking around in a silk robe and with a giant afro, and he was just beating the fuck out of people.
Hold on, this is the wildest story I've ever heard about almost anyone. One time we were in a rough part of St. Louis for a show. Everyone had been out drinking, and a large fight broke out, which resulted in the police showing up. Meng had a few drinks but saw the fight break out, so he wanted to try to break it up. Good guy. In the process, police thought he was part of the fight and maced him and handcuffed him. Meng was cuffed with his hands behind his back, looked at the police, and then snapped the handcuffs. Ted DiBiase.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I'm just letting you know, your hair is luxurious, like.
Oh man,
I've never seen a finer robe, unless of course you've seen a finer robe. Then in that case, that must be the finer robe. But if you have it, which I don't know, like everything about you, sir, your children, they're fantastic, actually.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is
disrespect. Please leave me and my family alone. I'm begging you. All right.
Like I love how we came here to talk about now. All right, now Brock Lesnar versus Haku in a King of the Road match.
Ooh.
Like, how much money are you paying?
All of it.
I want to say this without sounding gross.
I don't give a fuck. Go, bud.
I
mean, you can care about it for yourself.
I don't have enough semen within my body for that match. I'm going to be honest with you. It's I don't have enough.
God, talk about big meaty men bumping me, slapping me. Good Lord. You need to reinforce the fucking flatbed truck.
Listen, I still want kids in the future, so I can't watch that match unless I have
Dude,
2 kids.
Can you imagine? All right, just like WCW got guys that are like relatively big, but like WWE had big dudes like Yokozuna versus like the Undertaker on a King of the Road match. That's a lot of beef. Like
That's a whole lot of beef. You're gonna need like those cars that have like the double tires on them for no reason. They're gonna need that for the whole semi truck.
But like the big ass tires, like the
you need the truck that's bringing like that's dragging fucking tanks places so that it could get there faster. That flatbed truck.
Yeah.
Good Lord. I'm glad I introduced you to Haku today, there, Jimjam. Like, if there was one thing out of this, it wasn't. I introduced them. The King of the Road match, which hey, some wrestling promotion recreate, please. But more importantly,
to the CPF wrestling promotion, 5 truck matches.
Everything is just gonna be like because I want to go back down to the King of the Road like event, right? So you have your King of the Road match, which is your main thing, but you got a pit stop brawl, you got like backlot boogie down, like because you already took the brawl for the pit stop.
Sedan slam. It did so.
Like what else? You got something carpool, right? Carpool chaos is like everybody's in a van and they're just trying to throw each other out of the van. Like,
so many possibilities.
Then there's like a Falls Count Anywhere match inside of the rest stop, like so they're going through like Chick-fil-A's, like there's a Chick-fil-A's, Dunkin' Donuts, Sunoco, and like some regional restaurant and a Cracker Barrel all in one area, and it's just all through there.
Oh, that'd be the best part. Like a local, like a well-known. Yeah. A well-known local restaurant. That's one of the like places they fight at. Oh, it'd be such a moment.
Like they're fighting in a Raising
Everyone
Cane's.
in that town. Yeah. No, like a mom and pop.
Oh, you went super local. Gotcha. Yeah.
I get that good local pop.
Like, oh yeah, you just see. It's like, oh my god, that's Stone Cold and The Rock fighting in the middle of mom and pop store. Like, yo, that's crazy.
That's like
it's like it's actual damage. Like, dog.
Like in Philadelphia, it's like oh, absolutely. What do you mean next day? People be leaving their fucking spots directly. Like, I gotta go there. It's gonna be like in Philly if they go to like gyms in West Philly. They're like, wait, that's gyms. I go to gyms. We gotta go to gyms. Meanwhile, there's a hole in gyms because.
Hey, to watch Stone Cold ass and get a cheesesteak, sign me up.
Hey man, I'm right there. I'm right. Hey, is that you, Diggy? What's up, man? Hey. Mike is whooping Stone Cold's ass.
Wait,
nah,
Diggy, would that be the greatest experience you had trying to get a cheesesteak, or would your other experience? Okay, all right, because your other experience was pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, it was great. I say, well, I've been to Philly one time, and the cheesesteak was phenomenal. They were not capping about that.
Fun. What was the other time? I've not heard this story.
No. So, all right, Diggy, do you want to tell this story for the pod, or do you want to?
What?
Say this if it's.
Yeah, Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay,
Retell after. Yeah. So, yeah. So basically, We'll wrap this up here. Final thoughts about. Oh wait, we didn't even talk about the mic. Did we talk about the microwave thing? How the microwave?
We didn't.
Oh my god! All right.
So
okay.
The funniest fucking shit. You know how shitty technology only existed in 1995? So like, at one point the helicopter, like the footage gets ruined. And then one of the announcers is like, yeah, that's the microwave. The local microwave from the towers is interfering. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I have so many questions about that based on that.
You say that, but like, hold on.
And then he says, the microwaves again.
Like, you say that.
Not saying, say anything else other than microwave. Make it sound somewhat better.
Can you imagine the modern day equivalent of that is like the coronavirus is really messing with our broadcast signal right now. That's what it was.
The damn 5G is ruining everything.
Fucking microwave. Somebody. Sorry, it's the microwaves in the area. They did drive by like an entire trailer park like population, so there probably was a bunch of like chicken pot pies in the microwave getting cooked. So, like I don't what.
Bro, imagine to put it in perspective. Michael Cole being like, the footage gets funky, and his first response is the 5G. Like, the 5G is up.
Yeah, we gotta talk to Comcast.
Like,
we gotta talk to
AT&T. Damn you, AT&T.
Fucking Sprint Mobile.
What happened? Wi-Fi went out. Sounds so much better than the microwave. Anything sounds better than the microwave.
Everyone immediately understands it. Like,
in this, also the thing is, like, was this that year or was it the following year? I think it was the following year. WWE held an event, and the power went out, and they had to salvage the entire event. But they're like, yeah, the power went out. A transformer blew. This electrical interference from the storm messed with our power equipment, and that's why the power went out. It's like, but a year before, it was microwaves for a different promotion, fucking with the fucking camera feed. They'd be like, hey, cameras.
That's better. I would.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The promotion was fucking with them than microwaves, because that one. First off, that sounds absolutely like something. If Vince ever found out that he could fuck with other promotions, yes.
Oh yeah.
You think you can't? You're telling me you can't see that veiny bastard just like, no, now, and then he presses a button. Like, yeah, of course. Like,
and not even that, the sabotage.
You have leftovers?
An AC and a microwave at the same time. Shut down the whole promotion.
Yeah, right. David Stern was kicking himself. He's like, wait, I could have been fixing games with the microwaves? God damn it.
He just comes in. Vince walks in with like a with a little bake easy oven, and then just like, hello.
Don't mind me. Just need to make some lunch real quick. Plug this in.
Yeah, right. Unplug.
It's a little toasty in here, don't you think? He turns on every AC. Like, I have to make a phone call real quick. Where's your closest where's your closest phone? And then he just, hello? Yeah. Old. This is gonna take a while. It just fucks everything.
I just picture the producer.
Right, and that's the other...
What happened? Someone made a hot pocket.
Bruce got hungry.
Did he not know that we were
Bruce?
Did he not know we were doing this now? Yeah, he knew. He just wanted a hot pocket. What was the big deal? The microwaves fucked up our system.
Could you imagine? You do the thing later with like, I want to say like 2 or 3 years later, you end up having like dial up and instant messenger, and it's like, fuck, my son called with the home line versus the business line. Damn it. Like, he fucked with the internet. That's what's fucking up the connection. Our broadband sucks. That's what fucked up here. Oh man, the microwaves, man.
I don't want to get into it again, like the whole old versus young thing. But I mean, you want to talk about an era that I never wanted to be. Like, I'm so happy I skipped that era of technology. When
look, as a child,
making a call that fucked up your connection. Oh my god, I'd be livid. I don't know how y'all did it. I would have been at war with my whole family all the time.
You never had to hear the terrible sound you had to hear to get on the internet at one point.
That's the worst. Also, Jim.
I don't want that. Never needed that.
Jimjam also never drew the ire of a parent for wanting to go online for 5 seconds. Like, you're in the middle of their phone call, you're just like, I just want to go on right now, and then all of a sudden the belt comes out, and you're like, oh boy, I got fucked. I'm done.
Right, never mind.
Yeah, it was not worth it. To change my aim away message for this one.
Yeah. Oh, I just thought of a good idea. I'm gonna write it down.
been badgering my mom, and then the second she gets off the phone, she opens the door, and then it's just Haku, and I'm like, never mind. I understand.
That's it, Jim Jam.
Right,
You and
actually.
Haku. As a
I like
punishment,
to
you
imagine that he
Haku in a
has a glove
King of the
on.
Road match.
Oh,
And I'm like, what if I jump off the back and wrap this all up? How about that? I like that idea. Like, nah, man. And then
Ding,
there's
ding.
other things. I randomly hear about stuff, and then it's like, I hear about old technology that doesn't exist anymore that I can't even wrap my head around why it was a thing in the first place. Like, first off, internet minutes on a CD disc. What the fuck is that, man? Someone's gonna have to explain that to me, man. How? That doesn't even make sense to me. How is internet minutes? How is a certain amount of internet minutes on a CD? It's like that level of like that's so confusing and old to me that I can't fathom it.
man. We could do a whole nother like 2 hours on probably technology that would Jim Jam can't wrap his mind around.
Look, there'll be plenty of times. I'll bring Jim Jam on for pre-1990 like 7 wrestling nonsense, and he's just gonna be like, "What
Listen,
the
if
fuck?"
we're gonna keep it above, we can easily do like early 2000s. Like there really wasn't like knowledge of like I know the big moments since I was alive. Okay, I know all the big moments. The second you're like, but do you remember this wrestler? Dude, no. Like you could probably tell me a wrestler from like I started like hardcore watching WWE back in like 2016 to now, like to present, and it's gonna keep going because I really am starting to enjoy it. You could absolutely like don't be afraid, Grumm, to just pull up something from 2016 Raw and then be like, do you know what this is? And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, it can easily happen again.
Perfect.
So
Perfect.
Don't think you've ran out of like. I don't know what else I can show.
Oh no! Oh no! I know. Buddy. The early to mid '90s is because both big promotions in America were trying to recapture the imagination of America because Hulk Hogan wasn't drawing anymore. I mean, he was drawing, but like. They're not doing the stuff that they want to do, and the athletic commission's coming down on them, and the government's like, oh, whoa, steroids, pal. I wish to do a dork side of the steroid trial just to roast Vince
Hulk
McMahon
Hogan
walking in with a fucking
vitamins and milk. No.
I
can't believe it.
No, he was not.
That era was like just the era of throwing shit against the wall and hoping shit stuck. That's pretty much what it was.
Company mascots. Yeah, there's 2 different ones, and I cannot wait to do them. They're hilarious. They're hilarious. But I'm going to wrap it up. But before we do that, I want you guys to
talk about how John Cena was like the mascot of WWE?
No. I mean like
the Noid is the mascot of Domino's.
The Noid of Domino's. Yeah, that Noid is Domino's.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm gonna need to be on that episode as well. All right, listen, fans of Dork Side of the Ring, I'm not gonna lie to you. You're gonna see me a lot on this show because
you're gonna hear from Jim
gaps. Like I need to see these visuals. Which again, another thing. Again, like I say, I know most of the big moments. I still don't know all the details of them. Like it's come to my attention the Shield never beat the Wyatt family, and I was like, "What do you mean? Like how? Like show me anything from? I probably haven't seen it. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. Like, don't show me anything from the Rona era. I've seen everything.
Same. But yeah, no. I look. And Diggy, I know you said you were older school, but you fell out, but you're back in. So I know there's 100% pull for you. You guys will absolutely be back. I enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun. Diggy, why don't you start us off? What are your socials? Where can people find you for your wonderful takes and thoughts?
Mostly just find me on Twitter, bdig89, bdig89. So you'll find me. I don't really mess with Instagram or any of the other ones, so hit me up there.
And Jim Jam, you're the man with the socials and a fellow podcast that I will be on, but I'll be on that podcast officially before you're on.
We'll be on that podcast. Technically, it's gonna be a real time travel head fuck. Yeah,
right.
You can find me. The main one if you want to find me on Twitter at CozyDude97. Yeah, Twitter, that's where all of my best work happens. Even then, it's not really all that good. Instagram, you can find me at Simmy Butler. That's just if you want to know what I look like for some mysterious reason. Unless you're trying to see something about me, then hey, what's up? But really, focus on Twitter me, not Instagram me. I'm ugly. And then I have a podcast with two other people from the core, Aaron and Luke, both fantastic guys. We call ourselves the Grapple Guys. We're actually recording. This won't mean anything by the time, so don't worry about it. But we are actively recording this podcast. Every Saturday it comes out. Every Monday. Again, we also we're on Twitter as Grapple Guys at Grapple Guys with an S. Sometimes people do it with a Z. No Z here. Yeah, we three we talk about wrestling. We're gonna have guests on once in a while. Grumm, Diggy will be making appearances at some point in time. Thank you for listening.
Appreciate it, guys. Any final quick thoughts on the King of the Road match from either of you guys?
Just that we need to
Just
bring it
myself
back
laughing
immediately.
if a tire had popped. Also, what Diggy said.
Yeah. We need more, and if the tire had popped, what would have happened would have been hilarious. Thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it. You guys visiting me on the dork side of the ring, and I will see you all around. Thank you guys. And that's it for this week. Thank you guys again for coming on the dork side. Thank you once more time to Jimjam at CozyDude97 on Twitter. Also, you can find him at Grapple Guys. Also find him on his podcast, Grapple Guys, The Grapple Guys. I literally was just on it today as I'm recording this morning. We did a Money in the Bank preview, got out before the actual show. A lot of fun, very long, but hey, it's a good time with friends. If you want to hear my, main wrestling talks. And also thank you to Diggy as well at bdiggs89 on Twitter. Again, they were technically the first to record, but not the first to air, so they don't have the feather in their cap for that. But hey, look, it was a good time. Thank you guys for coming on. We had a lot. I still can't get over the King of the Road event. That's just fantastic, and it'll be amazing. Please, somebody do something like that. It'd be a lot of fun, I think. Maybe not safe. Also, who am I? I'm not getting in the ring, so don't do it if it doesn't seem safe. Either way, thank you guys for coming for another Dork Side of the Ring. Next week, we have another fun one. Actually, I don't know which one is going to be the next. Which one did I have as the next week? I'm just buying myself some time here because I don't feel like redoing these over and over again, so I'm just going to keep giving myself some time here, where it's like next week is another good one. Actually, next week is the first one where we talk about a gimmick on the dork side, because there have been incredible gimmicks. And this one's actually a fun one that we got. We're going to be talking about the Goon with my friends Rob and Empire, two Twitch streamers, and it'll be a lot of fun. That one's actually a weird one. Just a little preview of it. Me and Rob and Empire, we've been friends for a long time. Those two guys not really know anything about wrestling, so for me, I get to basically explain wrestling to them and explain some of these bigger events through the eyes of how I see it, and then they have their own little interesting takes on it. So I think we get a little bit of Montreal Screwjob talk in there. Yeah. So it's a good time next week on the Dork Side. Thank you guys so much for coming on the Dork Side. I am Grumm, your host, the purveyor of all things dorky within the wrestling ring. Thank you for visiting me on the Dork Side of the ring. Again, remember, if you haven't already, leave a review. I know you heard Dusty earlier because I was yelling at him. I don't know what he was doing. He was just coming in here, reading the thing. He getting, who gets him mic time, Anyways, leave your review. 5-star review on Apple, and I'm sorry, it's like 12:43 right now. This is gonna be up in about 5 hours, so I'm a little tired. Long day, but hey, look, I'm getting this out for you because I love you, baby. Thank you guys so much for coming in again. Leave the reviews. I'll read them. Read 5-star reviews, one a week, and it'll be good times. At Dorkside Ring on Twitter, at Dorkside Ring on Instagram. I am Grumm on Instagram. I am Grumm on Twitter. twitch.tv/tgrum for my Twitch content. And thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the listening. Thank you for the feedback. That's really important, actually, the feedback. So if you guys want to continue to do that, leave the feedback. Those are the socials you can go to leave me the feedbacks. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I want you guys to be good to yourselves. Be nice to people around you. Do something kind for some strangers, guys. Easy as that. I'll see you guys here on the Dork Side next week for The Goon. Because wrestling is a whole much more fun when no one is taking it serious.